if we don't do something soon, we're gonna go crazy.
I'm Jonathan from Atlanta, Georgia. Let's talk about that.
Good Mythical Morning.
This episode is brought to you by Catulas.com, the guys with the goods. Have you gotten your free catalog yet? Where else are you going to get a 75-foot zip line? Link in the description for the free catalog.
We talked about last week how we had come from California to North Carolina, and one of the things that we noticed was there was nobody in North Carolina. You know, and then coming back from North Carolina to California, one of the things I noticed was there's a lot of people in California.
Right. Well, I think the first truth you could infer the second one. You didn't have to rediscover.
I needed to experience both of them. But I needed to go this way and then that way to make sure it was true. But interesting. It's all about your perspective, because my dad drops us off at the airport, at RDU, getting ready to come back here. And first of all, there's no traffic on the way to the airport, which, I'm not saying that Raleigh doesn't have
lots
traffic.
Lots of trees.
Lots of trees.
And lots of well-groomed medians
yeah.
And lots of pavement that's fresh.
Yeah, fresh pavement and medians.
With no holes in it.
And nice signs. The signage is great.
Signage that makes sense.
Yeah.
That, if you want to go somewhere, there'll be a sign before you get there that will tell you how to get there.
This is North Carolina.
None of that stuff happens here in Los Angeles, but it takes visiting back home to appreciate that.
But it's all about perspective, because my dad is dropping us off, and there are, count them, 3 shuttle buses in this long stretch, and they're all kind of trying to get out and merge onto the road. We're going around that road that goes through the terminals. And he says, "This place is a madhouse." And I was like, well, no, there's 3 shuttle buses trying to merge.
And your car, and that's it.
Yeah. But, we get dropped off. Actually, Jason came and got us, and we went and got our cars, and then came back and picked up our families. But when I was trying to just get out of the airport, I thought to myself, this place is a madhouse.
It was approaching midnight.
Midnight at LAX on a weekday.
Yeah.
And not only, there weren't just 3 shuttle buses, there were like 100, and they were like boxing me in, and there was people, and it was like I was in Bangladesh or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like people just ramming nobody's ramming each other, but in my mind...
Well, 2 things. Have you ever been to Bangladesh?
I've heard about it, though. People just ram each other.
People ram each other?
There's just it's just roads and just bam, it's left and right.
Now, whenever we have this type of a conversation that's based totally on conjecture, here's what will happen. Someone in the comments right now is watching in Bangladesh.
I've been to Bangladesh, and they're actually great drivers over there, Rhett.
No one owns anybody. Okay, we accept that. Rhett accepts that. No Bangladeshians or visitors to Bangladesh. No need to leave a comment schooling us on all things Bangladesh.
I haven't seen Bangladesh on the list of countries that watch Good Mythical Morning, so I thought they were, an easy target. I could just say what I wanted to about them.
Yeah, but you can't. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, I apologize.
That's the world that we operate in, right?
But the thing that hit me, and it wasn't another car or a bus. In that moment was, you know what? In some sick way, I find myself being comforted by this excess of people and vehicles and no noise. And then the traffic coming back on the 405, they've closed down 2 or 3 lanes here.
I couldn't even get on. The way that you sent us, on-ramp closed. Can't even get on that way. Had to go through some undulating series of turns and whatnot. It was like I was in Bangladesh.
People ramming each other. But the thing that really, I'm not kidding about this, that hit me is that I was strangely comforted by what has now become familiar to me. And I said, you know what? It's good to be home. I actually thought that Los Angeles, only been here a year, it's good to be home. It was comforting. And that...
Well, you're human.
That, my friend, Link, concerned me a little bit.
It concerns me too. I mean, you even acknowledged, you said, for some sick reason, I felt comforted by the traffic. It is a sickness to appreciate that.
Well, it's beyond being okay with a lot of traffic and a lot of people. What it made me think is, you and I have lived here long enough. We've told enough stories on Good Mythical Morning to let the people know that this is a weird place. California and Los Angeles in particular, it's a weird place. And I appreciate weird. I enjoy weird. But
it makes Bangladesh look like a nursing home.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoy weird. But I also enjoy my safe separation from weird. Mm-hmm. My ability to look at weird. To look at Limon dancing out here in the park. Or the woman with the snake. Or whatever there might be that we might run into. I appreciate...
don't forget the pole
dancer at the park. The woman who brings a bunny to the park. Mm-hmm. I like to be a little bit separated from that. And I kind of think, okay, yeah, I live out here, but I'm from North Carolina, and I'm a little separated from weird. And I can spot weird from a mile away, and I can appreciate weird. But I'm not weird. And what I have begun to realize is that just 1 year being out here and coming back to all the traffic and my sense of comfort from that, you and I we're on a path to weirdom. Both you and I.
We're on a slippery slope.
We're on a roller coaster to weirdom, brother.
Well, roller coasters go up and down.
We're on a one-way roller coaster that doesn't go back up.
Let's call it one of those big machines that tunnels.
We are falling into the pit of weirdom. Is that right?
We're in like a big excavating device that is searching for the core of the earth.
Can we just be on a train? We're on the train to weirdo land. Can we be on that?
But it's on a slope. And it's a muddy slope and it's slippery.
So I'm concerned about this. I'm concerned.
You think if you can appreciate traffic now, give it another year,
and I have a snake around my neck.
You'll be crazy.
No, I'll be naked. I'll be clothing little dogs. I'll have a dog under each arm that has like a dress on.
You'll be one of those people with the dog on the plane.
That has a dress on. A person who
feeding it from like the Beverly Hills coffee shop.
I don't mean to step on toes, but I kind of do.
Unless you're in Bangladesh.
If you're in Bangladesh, all bets are off. But if you put clothes on a dog, you're weird. You're not right. It's not a good thing. They have clothes. They have fur. They're not made to wear clothes. That's a human thing. Dogs don't need clothes. But what's going to happen to me?
When dogs are in cartoons and they don't have clothes, I feel weird.
Well, we're not talking about cartoons. We're talking about real life.
Oh.
And so this is what struck me, is you and I, here we are. We can't be, we need a point of reference. You see, because you and I we're going to continue working together, I hope. I mean, we have for several years, most of our lives.
The operative question is, how do we not get weird?
It's like, okay, the universe is expanding.
And we can't help each other.
The universe is expanding, and we're two little planets that are right next to each other, and we can't see how weird we're becoming. We're getting further and further away from the other side of the universe, but to us, we just look the same because relatively, we're staying the same.
Hey.
Hey, we're not weird.
Hey, we're not moving.
Whoa. 2 years later, we've got animals that have clothes on. So we need a plan to remain normal. We need a plan. Me and you need a plan. And it can't be anybody here in this place in Los Angeles because we're all getting weird at the same rate.
We could video ourselves every day and then watch it back and make sure we're not changing.
Well, we do video ourselves anyway. This is a show we do.
We could watch this back.
I don't want to watch. I never watch this back.
Oh. So what if we empower the audience to call us out for being weird? I think they already do that. And maybe that's the thing. I hear people out there saying, you guys have been weird for years. Maybe we're already like at an acceleratory pace that California is just sealing the deal.
You're onto something though. You want the audience to be the weirdo meter.
Well, I don't even know if that's a good idea. I've read enough comments on YouTube. No offense, audience, unless you're in Bangladesh, but I don't know.
No, that's what we need. We need somebody in Bangladesh. We need one guy
in Bangladesh,
a really normal guy in Bangladesh to keep tabs on nothing else.
We're gonna give you our phone number, and you can text us,
and we'll Skype chat every couple of days.
Yeah, let's find this guy. Really,
I am serious about this.
We're gonna find the guy who's gonna.
We need a guy in Bangladesh who's there. Not some guy, not a Westerner visiting. I want somebody who was born and raised in Bangladesh, who understands exactly how Bangladesh works, can serve as a point of reference,
and is normal about it.
Totally normal Bangladeshian,
right? But just a normal person who lives there and knows what's normal and what isn't.
This is the best thing that we have ever come up with collectively.
And then we'll need like a safe word that he can say.
But don't say it in front of them.
He'll have to come up with it. It'll have to be a really normal word.
Cut the plan off. Let's end this episode before we give them too much.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to do the wheel? This is it?
Yeah.
This is it?
Let's wheel it.
It seems a little too normal to do that. See, it's a trap. Normal?
I'm telling you,
it's a normal thing for us to do the wheel.
Yeah, it is.
It's therapeutic.
Totally normal.
I'm like questioning everything now. Is this weird? Is this weird? I'm like one of those guys like, where should I put my hands? I don't know.
There's a lot of people like that don't know where to put their hands when they're standing up.
Is this weird? I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing right now.
Speak like Yoda.
This has been episode good. Oh, me think also not weird. Weird is not.
My mom used to do Yoda and she did much better than I
You
could do.
start talking to Bangladeshian man. Oh, you sound like Grover from Sesame Street. Yes, that's what it says, not Yoda. Grover. Bye-bye.